Okay, Liverpool travel to Southampton this weekend, Saturday the 17th of August, 3 o'clock kick-off at St Mary's Stadium. We're going to do a full match preview. We'll try and predict the lineup, try and predict the score. We'll have a look at any injury news. We'll have a look at what new players Southampton have got, previous form. We'll see what the bookmakers think. We'll also have a quick look at some of the criticisms that Liverpool have come under after their Super Cup win and how Southampton probably will fancy the chances in this game. And we'll finish off with that all-important score prediction. Now, if you want to keep up to date with videos like this on Liverpool and the other top Premier League teams, if you want to keep an eye on them, we do match previews, player ratings, match analysis. We do transfer news and player profiles for possible transfer-ins. Just click the subscribe button, the red subscribe button below. Click the bell notification and you'll be kept up to date with videos like this. Now, I won't be doing a match analysis of this match after the match as I'm away this weekend, so I will try and get to watch the match afterwards, but probably won't get you a match analysis on video for this weekend. Now, the season started, obviously Southampton had an awful win, 3-0 away to Burnley. I don't think that that reflected the game. Burnley weren't good. They played pretty much a long ball game, which didn't suit Southampton. 3 goals in the second half, but I don't think that was a true reflection. But it just shows Southampton's troubles of scoring have continued into this season. Liverpool obviously got the great 4-1 win at home to Norwich, dominant in that game. Got the Super Cup win on Wednesday night, UEFA Super Cup against Chelsea. So all looks good on the face of it for Liverpool at the moment, but we'll talk about a couple of criticisms they came under. Injury news, Alisson is still out. Adrian probably can't believe his luck, really. He probably came expecting hardly to ever see the green turf of Anfield, and there he is, he's playing in a UEFA Super Cup final, and it looks like he could be in the team for a little while yet. Naby Keita, he's still suffering from a muscle strain, so it's not serious, but I think he's doubtful for the match. I think they could have done with him, fresh pair of legs in the middle, but still a possibility he may come on, but we'll have to wait probably to a last minute fitness check on him. Now, those criticisms that I said we'd talk about, Liverpool's defence came under a bit of criticism that they weren't quite functioning as they should be in the Super Cup. Now, I felt it was more the midfield that were at fault. They were exposing them more than that Liverpool defence is used to. And Fabinho, Henderson and Milner in the first half, I thought they lost control of the middle of the park in the first half. Now, Fabinho improved in the second half. I thought he had a very good second half. Milner got subbed at half-time, and Henderson, I don't think he really got into the game, and if you look at his stats as well, it shows that he never really got into the game and dominated that middle, and that's something that teams will be looking at and saying, you know, that's where we can put Liverpool under some pressure by being physical with that midfield. Now, pre-season was not ideal for Liverpool, an awful lot of travelling, a lot of players late back into pre-season, so it's been very disjointed. The trip away to Turkey for the UEFA Super Cup, that finished in the early hours Thursday morning. Travelling back, they could have done with a home game at Anfield after the UEFA Super Cup, but it's down to Southampton. And Southampton will fancy the chances on this one. I expect them to play a high tempo, high pressing game and try and put that midfield under some pressure and try and take advantage of all that travelling and perhaps tired legs from Wednesday night for Liverpool. Now, in terms of previous form, Liverpool have won 4 out of the last 6, 1 draw, 1 loss. The games last year finished 3-1 and 3-0 to Liverpool. You know, Southampton have had a good pre-season before the Burnley loss. Everything looked okay before the Burnley loss. The bookmakers, a quick look round the bookmakers, they're very much going for a Liverpool win. 67% chance of a Liverpool win, 27% chance of a Southampton win, and only 6% chance of a draw. So the bookmakers think it's going to be a Liverpool win. Now, I'll give you my score prediction in a minute. We'll just talk about some of the Southampton transfers in. They've had three big transfers in. Obviously, the one we all know, Danny Ings from Liverpool for 20 million as a forward. Another forward, Che Adams from Birmingham, he came in for 15 million. And both of them started against Burnley, but didn't really get much opportunity in front of goal. Then they brought an interesting left winger, I'll try and get his name right, Moussa Djenepo from Standard Liège, and he was brought in for 14 million. He's 21 years old, so he's a young lad. 11 goals, 6 assists, and he's quite an interesting left winger, this one. He was on the bench at Burnley, so it'd be interesting to see whether he gets a run out against Liverpool. Young lad, but looks very exciting, so just keep an eye on him if he does come on. Now we'll have a look at lineups next. Now, I think Liverpool will make a couple of changes because there will be tired legs. So we'll run through it. I think it'll be Adrian in goal. I think it'll be Andy Robertson left back. I think it'll be Van Dijk and Gomez in the middle. Now, Gomez stayed on for the full 120 minutes, but I think Klopp feels he's his preferred choice, really, longer term. So I expect to see Van Dijk and Gomez at centre-half. Trent Alexander right back. He came on in the extra time during midweek. Then in midfield, I think he'll put Wijnaldum in the midfield, sort of fresher pair of legs. He didn't play as much on Wednesday, so I think that just to liven up the midfield, I think Fabinho will keep the centre midfield, and I think he'll keep with Henderson on the right. I expect Milner possibly to come on at some point. Then up front, I think he'll play Salah on the right. He looked fresh. It didn't quite come off for him on Wednesday, but he had a reasonably good game. Firmino in the middle. I thought he had a very good game on Wednesday. I expect him to start in the middle, and then I think he'll give Sadio Mane a rest. I think he'll start with Origi. Sadio Mane was excellent during midweek, but he hasn't had much pre-season. He looked absolutely exhausted when he came off in extra time. He looked dead on his feet, so I suspect he'll give him a little bit of a rest, and I think he'll put Origi in, but I expect to see Sadio Mane if they need that pace and that threat up front through the game. So that's my predicted team lineup. Now, my predicted score, all the bookmakers are saying a Liverpool win. Southampton, like I say, are going to fancy their chances because they feel there'll be tired legs with Liverpool, lots of travelling, a couple of injuries that obviously are affecting them, and that sort of mixed pre-season with lots of travelling, lots of different players playing. So Liverpool haven't quite settled into their fashion that they did last year. So I'm still going to predict a Liverpool win, by the way. 3-1 to Liverpool. I think they'll be far too strong for Southampton. I think Southampton don't carry enough goal scoring threat, and I think if you want to beat Liverpool, you need to be scoring 2 or 3 goals probably this season with the threat that Liverpool carry. So I think Liverpool, yes, they might have a few tired legs at times. Yes, the defence has been a little bit disjointed at times, but I feel that's the midfield not protecting them. But I think that front lineup at Liverpool will always get them out of problems against a team like Southampton. So I expect 3-1 to Liverpool. I hope it's a great game. I'll try and catch up on it after the weekend. Let me know in the comments your predicted lineup and your predicted score. If you'd make any changes to my predicted lineup, just pop them in the comments. I try and respond to as many as I can, but pop them in there. I always like to see what everybody else thinks about the game. And if you like the videos, like the channel, subscribe below with the red button. Give us a quick thumbs up for a like. I'd appreciate any support you can give. And thanks once again for watching.